What up? Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright, man. Odell Beckham. So a couple days ago, it was a report that came out and said that Odell Beckham was retiring. And not too long after that, Odell Beckham posted a response on X saying that he didn't have any plans on retiring. So that's the reason why I'm making this video, because I'm going to talk about Odell Beckham, his time up until now in the league, and what's to come for him. So Odell Beckham, of course, was drafted by the New York Giants, and he burst up on the scene in a game against Dallas. It was a primetime game, and he had a tremendous behind-the-head three-fingered catch that propelled him into stardom. So as it went on, Odell Beckham had a few incidents, hitting the goal. It was like what, the net, the kicking net. He hit the kicking net, and then he came back the next week and kissed it, proposed to it, all that. Then the Giants, who was on the last, it was more than likely it was the last shot for Eli Manning. They were playing the Green Bay Packers. It was first playoff game, and Odell Beckham takes all the wide receivers, and they hit Miami. They hit the Miami streets. Well, they were on a boat too. It was a famous pick of all the wide receivers that was there. It was Sterling Shepard, Victor Cruz, a couple other cats. They was all chilling on a boat in Miami before they went to Green Bay to play a playoff game. This was Eli Manning's last shot. And as we all know, I mean, as people that follow the Giants were hoping, all you need to do is give Eli Manning just an okay team. He'll take you. So they get beat in the playoff game. A lot of talk about that in the offseason. I think it lasted one more. Oh, let me not forget the incident against Josh Norman, where he went crazy, mad because Josh Norman was being real physical with him. He was, he was going over the line a little bit, but I mean, that's how defenders do. So goes another year. They trade Odell Beckham to Cleveland. Now, as a quick sidebar on that, I remember going to the barbershop while he was in New York, and we were talking about Odell Beckham, and I said, you might think about trading him, and I got clowned. I got clowned for saying that, but in retrospect, my statement had a hint of the truth of it, because they traded him not too long after that. Part of that was really nobody was really wanting to touch that after all his antics. That's part of the reason. So they traded him to Cleveland. This is when Baker Mayfield was a rookie, or might have been a second-year player, either rookie or second-year player. And I think it was a rookie, because Skip Bayless, he constantly goes back to when Odell Beckham went out the lineup, that's when Baker Mayfield went on his run. So he's in Cleveland for a little bit. His dad kicking up dust, posting plays where, you know, that Odell Beckham was open and all that other stuff, not making the situation any better. Then he gets traded to the Los Angeles Rams, and he wins a Super Bowl there. But unfortunately for him, he hurt his knee in the Super Bowl, tore his ACL. So the next year he was a free agent coming to him. He was an impending free agent coming to him. So when it came down to it, when it was time for them to sign him, they passed because they already had money issues, and everybody understood. You know, like they did him a solid putting him on the Super Bowl winning team. He contributed in the first half. So I mean, like, they understood that he was trying to get paid. So it really wasn't no big deal about that. So then he goes to the Dolphins. Nothing happens. Next year, go to Baltimore. Nothing happens. So now he's been floating around for a little bit, and he's waiting for training camp to wrap up. Mini camp, training camp, or whatever. Yeah, training camp. He's waiting on training camp to wrap up to see if there's any injuries to wide receivers that's important to their team, so maybe he can get on. But nobody's gonna really try to pick Odell Beckham up. Odell Beckham became more trouble than he was worth over the course of time. Me, honestly, while watching the Giants, I came up with, like, how did he get all those numbers? Somebody had to be throwing him the ball, but I mean, he was getting clowned by the media and Odell Beckham's entourage or whatever. Like, it was all kind of talk about how Eli Manning wasn't this, wasn't that, but they had to target him, like really target him to try to get him the ball, or he would have been clowning. So that was part of it, but he made Eli Manning's last 3 to 4 years in New York terrible. That's a whole nother video. I'm gonna get on that when the season kick in. But a team that's looking to fill in a spot might get them if they have a significant injury, but otherwise nobody's gonna be really knocking the door down to pick up Odell Beckham, which is a shame because he had all the tools to be a tremendous wide receiver in the league. I mean, his speed was incredible. Like, his first couple of years, his speed was off the charts. But for the overall, it's better to be without him than with him. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen as this time goes on going into the season. But I can't really see anybody signing him. Nobody that's in contention is gonna sign him. Now somebody that's, you know, treading water or whatever, they might sign him. But you can forget him getting signed by somebody that's potentially going to the Super Bowl. So that's pretty much all that I got on this subject, man. I'm gonna pump out a couple of more. Grandpa out.